Welcome to the Imperial Newsstand. I'm Alan Imperial. Welcome to the show. Today, I'm going to be going over the statement from Mayor de Blasio on bars, restaurants, and entertainment venues. He said this and released this on March 15th, 2020. Our lives are all changing in ways that were unimaginable just a week ago. We are taking a series of actions that we would never have taken otherwise in an effort to save the lives of loved ones and our neighbors. Now it is time to take yet another drastic step. The virus can spread rapidly through the close interactions New Yorkers have in restaurants, bars, and places where we sit close together. We have to break that cycle. Tomorrow, I will sign an executive order limiting restaurants, bars, and cafes to food takeout and delivery. Nightclubs, movie theaters, small theater houses, and concert venues must all close. The order will go into effect Tuesday, March 17th at 9 a.m. This is not a decision I make lightly. These places are part of the heart and soul of our city. They are part of what makes what it means to be a New Yorker. But our city is facing an unprecedented threat, and we must respond with a wartime mentality. We will come through this, but until we do, we must take whatever sacrifices necessary to help our fellow New Yorkers. Wartime mentality is a big one. For me, that's the biggest words that come out of the statement. It comes in twofold. One, in wartime, we're supposed to come together against a common enemy. In this case, it's obviously the COVID-19 virus. And I think we could all be on board about mitigating the spread of the virus and making sure our loved ones and our neighbors stay well and healthy through these drastic steps. Now, since 2000, we have been, well, not 2000, but since 9/11, excuse me, we have been at war, and there is still no end in sight for that war. I'm hoping that there will be an end in sight, but who knows? Wow, I'm a moviegoer. I actually saw Bloodshot starring Vin Diesel this weekend with a very good friend of mine, and I was thoroughly entertained. I don't need to see it again, but I got to see it, and the theater was basically empty. There was about, what, in a 200-seat theater, there was maybe 6 people, 7 people, including myself and my friend, watching. And now they're closing it. I understand the wartime mentality, but I'm hoping there is an end date. Now, we can't say what the end date is now, obviously, but I'm hoping that we will get back to normalcy. Wow. So, The Hill is reporting by John Bowden. Bowden? Bowden? Bad with names, sorry. Uh, de Blasio announces New York City schools will close due to coronavirus. Now, I already talked about this in my previous video, but what's important here is not the school closures. It is this paragraph right here. The mayor also added that he would sign an executive order Monday directing hospitals in the city to cancel all elective surgical procedures as they retool their facilities to deal with the increasing number of sickened New Yorkers. This goes back to the wartime mentality, where if it's not necessary, we're not going to do it. And the thing that I'm most afraid of is the fact that we will start having to triage patients. They're doing that in Italy, and I know the governor, Governor Cuomo, said we might run out of ICU beds in the coming days and weeks. I think the figures he said were 60 beds are now occupied, and there are about 600 beds available. And that sounds like a lot when it's not, uh, when it's just normal business. But this is not normal business. Here are some numbers. This is coming from worldometers.info, and this is the COVID-19 coronavirus outbreak numbers. There's about 170,000, 169,610 cases worldwide, that many deaths, and more importantly, 77,776 recovered. Now, there are active cases, which means these are the people that are currently infected with the virus, and if they are in the mild or serious or critical condition. But the closed cases is the one to look at. Out of these numbers, there is about an 8% death rate. I don't know if you use this number divided by this number, or if you use this number divided by this number, but some quick math tells me that we're looking at about a 3.8% uh, fatality rate, and that's a high amount. That's horrible. Uh, but there's a reason why Mayor De Blasio is taking this action, and that's because Italy did not do this, and now they have 24,747 cases, and out of the closed cases, there's a 44%, let me make that bigger, fatality rate amongst closed cases. Wow, I didn't realize it was that high. Holy moly. And we're looking at about a 7.3 percent death rate if you use the total case minus the death, and that's still a huge number. Holy moly. Now, in the United States, we're looking at about a very high death rate. Wow. But a very low active case death rate. And I guess that's a good thing. We need to do this as a city. I know Hoboken's also going into lockdown. I know New Jersey's thinking about doing a curfew, and these are all good measures. But I'm fearful that these measures will never go away. This can't be the new normal. And wow, everybody, I hope you're all safe. I hope you're all prepared. But New York City is changing for the foreseeable future. I'm gonna learn how to cook because if you could only get takeout and delivery, maybe I should be self-sufficient. Uh, I, I burn water, but I don't know. This is uncharted territory. Even during terrorist attacks, I know that the city didn't uh, shut down, didn't grind to a halt. Now, I know that uh, you know some people just checked out, and it was voluntary not to go into work, not to go into school for a little while. I know I was in college at the time, but this is mandatory. CUNY's closing down. That's the City University of New York. All of the colleges are closing down. The New York public system is school system is shutting down, and that's fine. But now the mayor is forcing businesses to close to combat this because it is a wartime mentality, and I respect that. But wow, this is unprecedented in my life. I've never I never thought I would see the day where local government would have to take such drastic action, and hopefully it stays at the local level because at the local level that's something easily undone. But I know our president has said he banned travel from Europe, and it may not end there. And De Blasio said the same thing in a very long press conference. I couldn't find the clip, but he does say that there's more to come. And hopefully there's more good news than bad news because this is definitely bad news. Stay safe. I hope everybody has enough food, toilet paper, and water to last them a little bit of time. And yeah, let me know in the comments what you think because I'm processing this and it is for the greater good. But how long can we survive this before people literally going crazy with cabin fever? Man, stay safe, New York. I love you. This is Alan Imperial signing off.